Welcome, Norseman, to this week's Norseman Newsflash. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Trevor, and let's go ahead and start talking about this government shutdown and how it's actually going to back up for 3 weeks.
Here's the news package about it.
On December 22nd, 2018, a government shutdown was issued, starting off 2019 with more questions than answers. We're sure many of you have seen it all over the news, but it's come to our attention that not many people know what a government shutdown is. So what is a government shutdown?
So the government shutdown has to do with how our nation pays its bills. Essentially, Congress is in charge of the spending in our nation, but the president has to sign off on it. So two chambers of Congress, the House and the Senate, have to agree on how we're going to pay our bills, and then the president signs off. What has happened is that there is not an agreement, so the bills are not getting paid.
I think right now, especially in San Diego, the average citizen has not felt a huge impact unless they tried to go to the Cabrillo Monument, which is now closed. But I know, for example, some of my students are being impacted because their parents are either continuing to work without pay, or they are seeing their fellow employees being furloughed. And so there are a lot of federal jobs in San Diego, and it is going to start impacting families soon.
It affects me because, like I said, my mother is working for the federal court, and she doesn't get paid by the 13th if they don't come up with a decision, so she's going to have to lower her spending and just have to get another job.
Yeah, and since my mother works in the VA, they're paid, and it's still operating because they have to care for these veterans. And if they didn't care for these veterans, there'd be thousands of jobs going unpaid, and it's critical for these hundreds of thousands of veterans for being able to assess their benefits and be able to live from day to day.
Some other fields affected by the shutdown include our national parks and the FDA, who inspects the quality of consumables. As you can see, the shutdown isn't the greatest thing right now, and as in all things, there's a cause and effect. Hopefully you learned something about the shutdown and how it works and why it's such a significant event in our country. I'm Jordan with Orange Nation TV, signing off.
Well, isn't that interesting? Just like,
This. Well, don't worry, I'm okay. I'm just a fellow spirited senior who likes to dress up, unlike some people.
There's Nathan and Alex talking about the Super Bowl this weekend and their Norseman sports force. Here's a preview.
I think that this means that the Patriots, I think they definitely can win this game. That's who I'm going to take to win.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take Tom Brady's experience.
Yeah, and for me, I'm a big Patriots fan myself, but I think it's gonna be a difficult game for the Patriots because they're having a lot of veteran players on the team.
The dress-up days will continue on Wednesday, which is Decades Day, Thursday, which is Thor's Day, go ahead and orange out, and Friday, which is white out.
And this is all for a blackout assembly Friday at lunch. Sign up at the Student Center to reserve a seat for this awesome lights out party.
A doubleheader varsity basketball game this Friday in the Thunderdome against Granite Hills at 5:30. And if you can't make it, watch it on our live stream, orangenationtv.com.
See you this Friday, Norseman.
And let's have some fun!